you enjoy it. Riverside putting Percy Duncan in the center circle to jump it off. And stepping in for Horton, looks like it's going to be Casey Smith. We're set to go. The ball is up the tip of the way. It'll be controlled down by McAfee. We're underway. Horton has the ball to begin things. We will see Riverside jump out at a little player defense to begin things tonight. Also for Horton, not only McAfee started, but they've got big Dante Mosqua in it. He was so good a couple of days ago.
He's a big presence down low, and Duncan's going to have a big night trying to call pass, if you will, trying to keep him out of the middle of the lane.
Here's the feed into the middle. The shot up the window a little too strong. An offensive strong rebound, and the shot falls over the rim and won't go in. Rebound get down. Here comes Riverside. Cyclones will bring it into the forward court. Tyndall Harrington brings this ball club from the one. We'll see little scoring from him. He is a prototypical point guard. And the pass underneath the shot is up, missed it by Duncan. Here comes Horton down to the other end of the floor. Quickly over to Wishrop. Three is up, no good. Rebound tipped around. They're going to get away, go out of bounds. Back it comes to the Cyclones.
You know, we talked about Mosqua already early on being a big presence down low, but Caden Smith, 6'3" junior, he's kind of that X factor for Horton here tonight, trying to get him in right there. A rebound opportunity. He's had 2 rebounds so far in the game.
Horton is going to put on a little token pressure coming up the floor, just enough to make him dribble the ball up court. They'll swing it over to the right side, putting it on the wing to Ryder Davis. Back out on top, Tyndall at the free throw line. That's going to be Hodrick. It's to Percy. He'll launch a three that is short, and the rebound off the floor. Cleared away by Dante. Mossball up the floor, kicks it over quickly to Gannon Becker. Into the forecourt will come Horton. Minute and a half into the game, still no points on the board. The feed again over to the left side. Mouseguard, he really thought for a minute about a three. Yeah, you know, coach should be not happy with that. Now they'll drive into the lane. Here's Becker falling away. It's going to be up and short. Rebounding it down, Percy.
Right now, again, you're seeing Riverside come out man-to-man as she's called from the tip. Kind of giving some fits to this Horton offense, trying to figure out what kind of offensive attack they're going to run.
Talked about this at the ladies' game a little bit last night, Jake. The early minutes of the game, you're a little bit nervous. You're a little just trying to get your game legs beneath you and shake off that those early vibes.
Yeah,
you know?
No doubt. It's something that, you know, especially a Substate championship game.
That first shot, whoever hits the first shot is going to be a big one. And a three-pointer for the baseline, no good. And coming up with a steal. Here comes Horton. They'll drive and shoot. No, there's a blocking foul underneath. And that's one of those bang-bang plays that you hope will send some momentum in a game. And as they go down the floor, Tyndall Harrington will draw the block.
Yeah, great shot there. Good just pressure by Cooper Wishrop to get quickly down the floor and attack the rack. He'll go to the line now to shoot a pair.
5:50 to go in the opening quarter. Coops first free throw, no, and we're still looking for our first point of the evening.
It's something in the air here, Tom. I'm telling you, those free throws we saw Thursday, last night, and again tonight.
Second shot, there it is. Cooper gets the first bucket of the ball game, and it is 1-0. Horton in front. And we're at 5:45 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, over 2 minutes gone by, Tom, and you talked about it briefly about the nerves early on. Now you're seeing Horton settle into their zone here. Already forced 1 turnover.
Pass down to the baseline left. The shot is up. It does not go down. Horton clears it away. Casey Smith with the board. Here's McAfee taking it down the right side. He'll launch a long three and bury it. McAfee makes it a 4-0 lead early in the game for Horton.
Comfortable right there. McAfee, 1 dribble into his shot. Nobody closes out, and he hits it from about 26 feet.
Ball's going to be batted away and into the backcourt. The official said it was tapped by a Horton player, so it is not an over and back. Now attacking the rim. We've got a contact just inside the free throw line, and slow to climb to his feet, Tyndall Harrington.
Harrington definitely took the brunt of that as Caden Smith was just standing there, but you're looking at the 2 guys standing next to each other right now. Tom Smith's got a little bit more beef than Harrington does.
Yeah, he's got him by 6 inches and about 60 pounds, maybe 4. Still gathering us up a little bit is going to be Tyndall Harrington. Again, we're postseason basketball. These are the best officials. They know how to run this game, and they're going to give this young man an opportunity to, you know, it's like when the umpire decides after a foul tip, you know, you dust off the plate, you take a little time, and you know, you kill a minute, let a guy kind of gather himself, and that's what they're doing here. First free throw, though, is no good. So Harrington still looks for the first point of the night for Riverside. Little knee bend, flip of the wrist. There it is. And the Cyclones are on the board. It is 4-1 Horton. And 5:06 to go in the opening quarter. And Tizell is going to come out of the game. They're going to let him kind of get better over there. Zane Briggs will check in. Zane got a lot of PT a couple of nights ago.
That was a good move there by Coach Herbster for Riverside. He saw Harrington really struggling. No reason to leave him out on the floor. Try and let him get himself back to collected on the sideline.
Horton with the basketball, leading it by 3 with 4:50 to go in the opening quarter. Again, here's going to be McAfee. He'll launch another 3. Hit one a moment ago, but that one won't go down. Mascot coming up with the rebound, puts it out on top. And Horton will go to the left side, dish it into the baseline corner. The baseline 3 is off the rim. One up, and they're going to give him a 3. Now, Coach Herbster's over there saying he was on the line, but Cooper Wishlock will have his fourth point of the game.
And that was a great shot from the corner, wide open, hits the front iron, pops up in the air, and still slips through.
6-point game, and again, Cyclones unable to put anything on the board. Here comes Horton. Wishlock goes down, goes up, can't get it. They're going to call it first foul.
It's the first turnover on Horton, Tom. We're almost halfway through this first quarter, so you're seeing a really collected. There's a reason why they're the 2 seed. There's a reason why they won 7 out of 8. That's why they're up 7-1.
And we're going to get it. Out. Here comes the up-court play for Riverside. They're going to turn it over. Horton back up the floor. They already lead 7-1. The feet underneath. Big man. Crossover layup from underneath the good for Mascot.
That's not easy to do as a big man, Tom. He went across the lane, a little reverse play, and is good, and it's 9-1.
Feed comes into the lane. Percy can't get the shot away. Now it'll come deep from the baseline. Right off the hand of Briggs. No good. Follow shot up. No good. And the rebound underneath. McAfee. 3:40 to go in the opening quarter. It's been dominated by Horton so far. Here's a feed over to the baseline right. Looking in the middle is going to be Horton backing in. Smith. Now he'll feed it on top. Mascot. The whole crowd was holding a collective breath. Hope the big guy can hit the 3, but it didn't go down.
This roof would have exploded off if Mascot hit that top of the key 3.
3:20 to go in the first. Still a 9-1 lead. Riverside has not been able to score from the field yet, and we're nearly 5 minutes in.
This is a big thanks to this defense by Horton. Kind of running a 2-3, almost a matchup style zone here in the half court, really causing trouble for Riverside.
Little shake and bank at the baseline. Percy shot is up too strong. McAfee rebounds it down. Horton's coming back up the floor. An opportunity here for a double-digit lead. 2:50 to go in the first quarter. 16-footer, count it. Putting it in the bucket. Caden Smith, his first points of the game.
Really surprised Coach Herbster didn't call timeout right there, because right now you're seeing Horton extremely comfortable on the offensive side, and this defense is just locked tight right now.
Sometimes you just get the flow of the game, and things are going good, and you don't want to mess with that, maybe. And now we're going to get a reach-in foul, I suspect, on Caden. We go to the official. He'll roll over to the scorer's table. Smith picking up his first foul of the ball game. It'll be team foul 1. Each team has committed 1 foul with 2.5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. The ball will come in for Riverside at their end. Briggs brings it in. It's going to be slapped away from Todrick Duncan. Come back in again at their offensive end for Riverside.
And not one time has Riverside had a clean look at the basket so far tonight. Still trying to find that first opportunity.
Inbound pass and slapped away, nearly stolen, but they will say it bounces on the line off Luke McAfee. Horton is going to again bring it in at the baseline, right beneath the basket. That's a tough place to bring it in, and you can't run the baseline from there. Here's a feed over to the right wing. The 8-footer up, off the rim. No good. Rebound, Horton, and then there's got to be a foul in the backcourt. McAfee has come down with the rebound. A strong effort just given away by Zane Briggs. He commits the foul from behind.
That's trying to do too much there for Briggs. Again, right now you're seeing Riverside. They're pressing right now. They're trying to find something to go their way. Horton doing a phenomenal job on the defensive end, and they're just cool, calm, and collected. Coach David Losey taking a seat on the bench right now as he's enjoying this 11-1 lead.
We talked about momentum last night. Momentum has never even found the Riverside bench tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. Uncle Mo has been started with Horton because of his crowd and stayed with the home team in white. Here with, just about 6 minutes gone by in this first quarter.
It is an 11-1 Horton lead. Chargers with the lead and with the basketball, driving it down the right side, going in, shot rejected, and there's a foul. 2 free throws coming up. And again, a really nice side step inside. Wishop had a good swing look at the rim. The defender had an option. He gets an easy bunny, or you foul him from behind.
That's right. That's the second on Briggs now as well. But Wishop, just the aggressive right lane line drive. That's what you want to see for Coach Losey, especially from a 6'2 junior.
Wishrop will put that one up and in. He's 2 of 3 at the free throw line. I've got him for 5 points. It is now 12-1. Horton. Second one is up, and it rolls in. And when that shot rolls in, it's a pretty good night for you. 2:07 to go. It was way short, just caught the lip of the rim and pulled it up and over. 6 minutes gone to the ball game. Here's a long shot. There! The flip from the outside and counted as a 3 for Riverside and Percy Duncan.
Yeah, Percy, he just says, I need to put the team on my back right now. We got to get a bucket. It's a contested 3.
Over to the left side with it is going to be Horton. That's going to be Caden Smith. Now, what Coach Losey has not done, go to the bench.
True.
Got that starting 5 out there. He's riding that horse as far as it'll take him, maybe. He's coming over to the left side.
Right now he's saying, charge on, Chargers. We're up by 13-4, looking good.
Here's a baseline runner, swings around, won't drop, and rebound cleared away. This is going to be Tondren coming up the floor with it. He'll weave it over to the right side. 3-point shot breaks way too strong. And the rebound is going to be saved nicely by Duncan. Slapped away for a moment, but Percy's able to recover. Brings it over to the left to Tondren. Tondren looks to the middle, swings the ball left and right, goes into the lane, falling away from 8 off the window. Good. Tondren Duncan for 2.
Now you're seeing the Duncan brothers start to take over a little bit. Still a 13-6 game, but you're seeing a different offensive attitude from the Cyclone team.
We're in the last minute of the opening quarter. The feed is going to go down to the baseline. So turnaround hook shot off the glass and in. And back up Griffin. Or Goofy. That is Caden Smith. That's Caden getting his 4th point of the game. And the shot on the other end is good. Tondren for 2 more.
Robert Duncan answering that bucket. But man, that was an impressive shot from Caden Smith. Last possession for a Horton. Nice little baby hook over the left shoulder.
Half a minute to go in the opening quarter. It's a 15-8 Horton advantage. They've been up by as many as 11. They'll swing it over to the left side. Handling it over there is going to be Wishrop. Cooper will feed it into the middle. Big guy tries to drive in, backs away, out on top. The 3 is going to be off the right side of the rim. Getting his own rebound is going to be McAfee. Plenty of time. He'll turn, shoot, won't get that one. And this time the board is cleared out by Ryder Davis. Riverside's going to get the final look at the hoop in the quarter, but they're going to have to hurry. 4 seconds as they come into the fourth quarter. Hold those time to the left. It's a 3-second shot. Air ball off the mark. First quarter's done. We'll be back. What a great game we've been enjoying. After 1 here in the Horton Substate. It's the Horton Chargers 15, Riverside 8.
This game's going to be a phenomenal finish.
The ball comes in with the alternate possession, and Riverside will be on offense, working from right to left here in his first half. Way over to the right side with it. That's going to be Zane Briggs. Kicks it over to Percy. Cross court Zane. They've slowed it down a little bit. Now they're going to drive it in the middle. Briggs is trapped. Comes out on top. Skip pass over to the left. No shot available for Percy. He'll bring it back on top. Davis wanted 3. Elected to not take it. Goes into the lane. Little behind the back. Pass. Nicely done in the finish. Maddox Spears who's coming for the first time tonight.
That was a great dish that time by guard Ryder Davis.
McAfee for 3. No. Rebound. The putback up and in.
That was just such a matchup problem for Riverside, and he just sat there comfortably, reached up, gets the rebound, and his soft left hand.
7-11 to go in the first half. Riverside with the basketball, trailing it by 7. Now they're reaching in, trying to steal the ball away from Percy. Left side shot is on its way. Knocks it down. That's another 3. Percy Duncan. He's got a pair of 3s now.
Now look out again. It's an 11-1 game a moment ago. It seems like now it's 17-13. Riverside finding their groove, and a turnover on Horton time just their second.
Now I was going to say that has been a rarity, a turnover in this game, and that has led us to half the good play we've had. You don't turn the ball over. You don't take foolish shots. You get good looks at the rim. Makes for better basketball.
Absolutely. It's definitely something. I mean, 17-13 with 6.5 to go in the first half. That was our halftime, sometimes third quarter scores last night.
But here's the thing. If you're going to be the representative of your sub-state in the state tournament, you want to have a team that doesn't turn the ball over and does take good shots. Here's a driving shot in the middle, misses, and again, a big man. Dante Masqua sweeps down the defensive board. Coming up the floor, the falling away jump shot is up, no good. Rebound underneath, it's going to be out of bounds, and they will say that Cannon Becker has stepped on the baseline.
Wow. Great effort there by Becker to try and stay in bounds, jump out, and throw it off of a Riverside player. The official said he stepped on the baseline before he threw it off of him.
6:15 and rolling along in the opening half. It is 17-13. And this could become a one-point game pretty quickly on this possession. And the shot is off the rim. Rebound cleared away by Gannon. He will pull it down. The defense was not going to let him have it easily. They
No
stayed
doubt.
right in there.
Again, these Duncan brothers, you got to look for them around the perimeter. They're difference makers. Great defense that time by the Chargers.
Horton brought Jackson Moment into the game, but now as the feed goes into the lane, that's on Mascot for a travel. He was twisting and turning, looking to lean in and try to back in toward the bucket. They'll say he moved that pivot foot. Coming quick back in for Horton. You're going to get Caden Smith back in. You're going to get Cooper Wishrop back in, and checking into the lineup for the first time tonight is going to be a crowd favorite, Darius LaCroix.
Yeah, right now you talked earlier about Coach Losey, how he wasn't going to his bench. Now he's gone now 8 deep on his bench, keeping his guys fresh right now.
5:40 to go, opening half, 17-13. Horton out front. But Riverside has the basketball, and again, good coaching. You don't see anybody panicking yet. There's no reason to get a little agitated. Down to the baseline, the drive beneath the hoop, trapped down there, kick over to the right block, and the ball is batted away, and they're going to call it travel. And that was Darius getting a hand in there and forcing that turnover.
Yeah, great job. Freshly off the bench, comes in, makes an impact play in the first possession he's in the game. That's why Coach Losey said, hey, 3-5, get in there.
Yeah, but fresh off the bench. That could mean you're rested, or that could mean you're still the nervous guy out on the court. You never know how it's going to fly. Here's the drive over to the left side, bumping away. McAfee is going to be called for the offensive foul. And when you dip that shoulder and lean in, you're going to be called for the player control.
Every single time, and again, it's kind of a point of emphasis over the last couple of seasons. You're seeing that trickle down to the high school level, where not only are the officials calling it, but the kids are learning how to play that way and try and get that separation. And the official all over that one calls that player control.
3 team fouls on each club. 5 minutes to go in the first half. 17-13 is all we'd hoped it might be. Up the Florida basketball, trailing in the game by 4. Here comes Riverside. They'll swing it over to the left edge, down to the baseline. Starting to come toward the top, and it's good to see Tyzel Harrington back in there. He's going to turn it over, and back up the floor. That is Gannon Becker. Gannon will swing it to the left side, and Riverside looking for a travel. The official says he traveled because he was bumped from behind. The foul is going to be on Zane. And I've got breaks for a couple.
Yeah, he just got 2. I thought he hadn't picked up his third earlier, but they ended up calling that on the Cyclones' second Griffin. And so that's just his second, but he'll come out of the game with those 2 fouls. Right now, if you're Horton, Tom, they've turned the ball over 3 of the last 4 possessions.
Here's a baseline 3. Off the mark again, and the rebound swept away. Cyclones. One up on the board is on.
Sorry, Tom. 1 and done that time. That's not what Coach Losey wants to see. They were running offense very consistently early on in this game.
Tyzel free from the outside and right back into the game. And right into the scoring column. Tyzel Harrington, his 5th point of the game. And we've got a 1-point contest.
I'd say his right leg's just fine, Tom. That shot looked good from Harrington.
4:20 to go in the opening quarter. The drive to the baseline. And prior to the shot, coming off the hands of Caden Smith, he's going to be fouled down to the baseline. A foul on the floor. It'll be brought in play by Horton at their baseline. 4:18 to play in the half.
Riverside maintaining in their man-to-man throughout the majority of this ball game. We're standing right now. Looks like they might be switching into a zone here for this entry pass.
The foul, by the way, is going to be on Riverside's Todrick Duncan, and back into the game is going to come Beckham Griffin for Riverside. Charger basketball at their offensive end. It'll come in right side of the lane. The shot is going to go up. It won't go in. The rebound tipped around. Cleared away. Here come the Cyclones and trying to steal the ball. Another foul by Horton. It's on Gannon.
Riverside stayed in man-to-man that time, and it resulted in a great opportunity on that defensive possession. And so you're seeing Coach Herbster's team being very patient right now. Tom, they were down 11-1 not too long ago. Now they're down only 1.
A chance to the lead, and down the ball knocked away in the backcourt. Gannon with the steal, with the shot, with the score. Gannon Becker.
Oh, Becker on that one, Tom. Great defense, and then takes a 1-on-2 break and still scores the bucket.
All the starters for Horton are on the board now with a 19-16 Charger lead at 3:45 to play in the first. 3-point shot off the rim, no good. LaCroix coming out with a rebound. Here comes McAfee. Luke will roll down the right side, stop on the wing. Change toward the baseline, dumps it into the corner, lobs it off down low. It's going to be Caden, feeds it to McAfee, count it! Luke McAfee's 5th point of the game. And we're going to get a TO. Class 2A Substate final night in Horton, Kansas. 21-16. Horton in front. They played by as many as 11. Riverside battle back, kind of 2-1. Horton is pushed back ahead again. But hold on, Jake. I gotta take a minute. I just got a text from Jake Spalding. I gotta see what he's got. Wonder what he's thinking.
I'm thinking right now the fact that this game right now has got parity. This game has got ebb and flow. That's what you expect with high school basketball, and this was a near Riverside had a chance to take the lead. Horton gets the turnover, keeps the lead, keeps momentum, another bucket. Herbstress to take another timeout, and Riverside now on the offensive side has to recollect themselves after a little run there by the Chargers.
Quick question for you. We having any fun yet?
Oh my gosh, where else would you rather be right now?
3 minutes to go in the opening half. Riverside with the basketball in the extended left edge of the free throw line, spinning into the lane. Duncan skips it over to the baseline. Right now it's going to be Harrington. His second three will not go in, and the rebound swept up off the floor by Gannon Becker. Horton into the forecourt. McAfee down the right side. 2:50 to go in the first half. McAfee with the basketball. Has it batted out of his hands for an instant, but is able to recover it. Jackson, or rather, really quick hands underneath there by Ryder Davis. Now the feed to the right block, backing in, hook shot, no. Should have probably used the window, didn't. An offensive board underneath, now the ball is rolling around, it's loose, and we're going to get a travel. Yeah, we're going. 2.5 to play in the first half.
Fourth turnover on Horton. They had just one in the first quarter, Tom. 3 turnovers here in this second period, and that's really what's allowed Riverside to kind of get back into this ball game. They're sticking in their zone, though, on the defensive side, Tom.
Here's the thing. We might as well fast forward to the fourth quarter because this game's going to be decided in the last 90 seconds today.
Absolutely.
2:15 to play in the opening half. It's a 5-point Horton lead. Over to the baseline left. Riverside, Ryder Davis hasn't scored yet. The game will take it down low. Percy goes 3. It's deflected. And the ball's going to be lost out of bounds off the fingertip of Pizell Harrington.
Great closeout that time by Horton as Luke McAfee got a hand on that. And again, you got to be out there against Percy Duncan. He'll shoot it from anywhere. And a great closeout deflection. That one out of bounds.
Leading it by 5 with 2 to go in the half. Here comes Horton on offense. I don't know that they're going to slow it down. I think right now they've got one speed that's working, and that's the one that allows that driving layup by McAfee. He's got 7.
Little hesitation move by McAfee, left lane line, easy bucket.
Big collision in the lane, and we're waiting for a call. And whatever the call is, I can tell you Coach Losey is really not good with this.
No, he is not. He's got to make sure that he doesn't allow this to escalate into a technical for him as he threw his towel down onto the ground. And again, he's got something to be upset with, but he's got to keep his composure here too. As Duncan, man, that was a Mack truck driving down the middle of that lane.
Going to get his foul on Cooper Wishrop for Horton. I like Coach Losey's talent. It gives me that Jerry Tarkanian feel. Here's the driving shot. Percy Duncan for 2 more.
Oh, that's a great reference.
23-18 down to a minute 40 to play in the opening half. Horton over to the right block. It's going to be slapped out of the hands of Caden Smith. Cade's going to get it back. Turn shooting a little too strong. And another Percy Duncan rebound. Percy had a huge night down here in the semifinal night. He's having another big one here this evening. Minute 20 to go. 3-point shot. That's well short. So the rebound is going to be taken off the floor by Briggs. He will jump it back outside. Where the 3 is launched. It won't drop. And rebound back down to Horton. Beckham Griffin trying to hit that 3. And now we're going to have a stoppage of play. And the official's going to take a look at the arm of Gannon Becker. 23-18. Horton in front. Very calm and collected Luke McAfee brings it up the floor. And I'll tell you what, Luke is a cool customer and he is an underclassman. He's got a great long future ahead of him here. Here's the feed to the left, the baseline uncontested 3, won't drop it. A rebound underneath by Ryder Davis. Riverside flies up. Here comes Padre. He'll go in, go up, can't get it. Gets his own rebound. Fouls it, won't get it. Rebound underneath, and we've got a Riverside foul. And Padre was a little frustrated with just the shot and having the rebound taken away from him.
No doubt, he had 2 chances right there, and then tried to make a third, and as a result, got a frustration foul there.
Back into the lineup for Horton. This is the tough thing. So Horton is going to take out a big guy with Cooper Wishrop. They're bringing in the bigger guys. Dante Masqua comes back in, fresh and refreshed.
What a great problem to have as your coach David Losey, right? When you got big after big, and you can just swap in and keep fresh legs down on the low block to wreak havoc.
Up court with the basketball. Here comes the sophomore Luke McAfee. And by the way, that's his beaming, proud grandpa standing down there at the end. He should be.
That's right. The way he's been playing.
Half a minute to go in the first half. Horton with the ball up 5. Back over to the right side with it. Driving into the middle is going to be Moman. On top, McAfee slides, plays off the screen. No shot. Very patiently brings it back. Gets it to Gannon. Becker's going to have the ball taken away. It's a jailbreak to the other end. Ryder Davis. What a amazing play by McAfee. Here comes Horton. 5 seconds. 4 seconds left. McAfee, it's NBA range. Off the mark, and we've come to halftime. What a half in Horton. All the fans had hoped it would be. And we'll be back to summarize it for you. The team in for the locker room. It is Horton 23, Riverside 18. Hey, welcome back to Horton, Kansas. We're set to go. The second half begins with the ball being put in play by the home team. The Horton Chargers, they lead 23-18. Welcome back, everybody. Joseph, producing engineering, news, weather, sports. He's the guy back in the studio. Joseph, thank you. Here's a quick jumper for McAfee. Won't go offensive board. A feedback, Masqua. You know he's going to get that one. Dante has 6.
Too easy when you got 6'3", 260 pounds on the block next to you. Easy dish off, and Masqua banks it home.
25-18, back to the 7-point lead goes Horton early in the third quarter. Here's a shot from underneath, and it does not roll in for Percy Duncan. And our defensive rebound cleared away by Horton. Chargers have done really a good job on the board. I think that's been a big thing. You're not giving Riverside back-to-back shots and follows and re-tips. They are really doing a good job on the board.
A lot of one
McAfee. Here's Dante. Oh, yeah. An assist to Luke McAfee.
McAfee was getting harassed out there on the perimeter by Ryder Davis. Nearly lost the handle of it. As soon as he picked it up, he found Masqua, and Dante said, "Give me that easy bunny." We're up by 9.
With 6:48 to go early in the third quarter. For Riverside, a pivotal moment right here. They cannot let Horton get away.
Opportunities knocking right now for Horton, kind of like in the early going of the first quarter.
Three-pointer by Todrick is going to be off the mark, go out of bounds on a hop. Back it will come to Horton.
Right now you're seeing both teams almost start exactly like we started this ball game. Horton just coming out with gangbusters, finding ways to start off hot. Easy dumps underneath the basket, get their bigs involved. And Riverside struggling on the offensive side. Cyclone staying man-to-man, though, defensively.
Gannon Pecker's going to bring it up the floor and then jump it over to the left edge. Handle up there by Luke McAfee. Now flash to the top between the circles. That's going to be Caden Smith. The give and go in the middle. Back over to the right side. Can the big guy hit the jumper? It won't drop. And a rebound underneath. Cleared away by Percy Duncan.
If Masqua would have hit that, lock it in. Player to bank on right there.
Fall away shot. Good for 3. And that was a bunt that Riverside needed, and Kyle Harrington delivered.
Man, Harrington, he missed probably 3 to 4 minutes of game time due to an injury. Ever since he's been back, he's been dynamite.
Quickly to the right side with it, the spinning shot, in and out, won't go in. Rebound underneath, swept away by Riverside. Todrick coming up with another board. Here's Tyzel down the right side, and it's going to be slapped out of his hands, and they say, in the process, a foul by Gannon Becker. So for Gannon, it'll be 2. For Horton, team foul 1 in the second half.
And definitely starts that Riverside starting to get more comfortable these last 2 possessions, getting more settled on their offensive side.
The ball comes in off way out on top. Percy will take it. Now to Todrick. Percy, nice backdoor pass, and Todrick to Percy. And Percy Duncan double-figure scoring now.
Hey, right there. That's like, hey, brother, I'm going to send it to you right now.
He's going to come to the free throw. Oh, the backdoor! And the there was a sweet cut at the baseline by Cooper. Wishoff has 8. It is now 29-23. And again, Horton hanging on that half-dozen point lead. 5 to go in the third. Riverside goes left side. The ball's loose. Knocked away the baseline. Picked up Cyclones. They'll bring it over to the left. Todrick goes in. Beats it across. There again. It's the Percy to Todrick combo. Percy has a dozen.
Once again, you got Big Brother hanging out. Hey, little bro, cut to the basket. Nice dish and a great finish.
They've been running that play in the yard, since they dribble the basketball. It's so good to see that coming together for them here in a big game. Lob's going to come out on top court, back over to the right side. Slipping to the ground, losing the handle on the ball, stolen by Riverside. And now their outlet pass is loose on the floor. And it's still rolling, and it's going to come on top. Now, the crowd wants to travel. That is not a travel. When a player slides on the floor, not a travel. You roll over, you try to get up, that's a travel, but sliding is not.
Yeah, great call there, Tom.
Here's a turnover on the other end. The drive, the shot. Is it a charge? It's a block. And 2 free throws coming up. Another bang-bang play in the round.
Again, I just want to give credit right there, Tom, because that is exactly right about that travel violation that was not called. Even though Coach Boski wanted it, the crowd wanted it, you got to understand that he made no effort to get up. That's why it was not. That's the third foul, too, Tom, on Riverside's Cedric Duncan.
First of 2 free throws is up and in, and Cooper Wisdrop is knocking on the door of a double-digit night.
He's having a great game thus far for this Horton Charger team, really stepping up.
Second free throw will kick out, no good. It is 30-25 Horton, and we have 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Percy will take it left side, shoots and misses. Rebound, Moskwa.
That was an impressive split right there by Duncan. Came up short, but you got Dante down low. Dante, he eats on the glass.
Quickly up the floor with it. And Horton's going to work it around to the left side. Look at the traffic jam in the middle of the lane. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get everybody jammed up, open up this guy for the 3, but it won't go down. Rebound Luke. McAfee on the floor. Defender falls. McAfee cleans it off the window.
That was nice there by McAfee. Kind of a bump, but no call. And he looks at the glass and says, I got a wide open shot. I'll take it.
Now that's what we would call, Gus, tonight, a guy with a high basketball IQ. He knew what to do in the moment. And now we're going to get a turnover on the other end of the court by Riverside. The 7-point lead for Horton. The momentum right now on the Charger side. 3:20 to go in the third.
And if that's on Cedric Duncan, Tom, that's going to be his 4th, because they did blow a whistle, and it is the 4th foul with 3:20 to go in the third. That's a massive, massive blow for the Riverside Cyclones.
See what Todrick does. He scores a little bit. He's got 4 points. Hasn't scored yet in the second half, but we've been talking about it. He screens out. He sets up the assist. He delivers the ball to his teammates. He's a real pivotal guy.
No doubt. And now he's going to sit on the bench till at least the 4th quarter.
Driving into the lane, little off-balance shot. I think probably looking more for the foul than to hit the bucket, and it's going to be lost out of bounds by Horton.
Now, if you're Riverside in this situation, Tom, you're down 7 with 3:02. Duncan is on the bench with those 4 fouls. You got to try and keep this within a 10-point margin heading to the 4th quarter.
Don't you hit the brakes a little bit here?
I think so. 1,000%, especially with Horton sitting back in zone. What's the mascot? Go Crusaders. There we go.
Coming up court with the basketball. Let's see what Riverside has done on that with that timeout. The pass goes into the middle, and well, the first thing you do is you continue to feed Percy Duncan.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is something that, especially with Todrick on the bench right now, you got to find ways to get Percy the basketball, get us some touches, and you also need to see as Tizell Harrington, you need him to step up a little bit, maybe from the outside.
And with Duncan out, Mears is coming to the game. The shot rejected, no foul called, and Horton is going to take away the basketball at Jackson moment.
Man, Gannon Becker, nice job there of just timing that swat, and Davis had no chance once he entered that lane.
Horton probably not going to slow up. Here's a quick 15-footer set sailing short, and then hustling after the rebound. Gannon Becker has no regard for his safety helmet referee. I mean, he will throw himself on the floor. He will go headlong. He is all in all the time.
He's a kid any coach wants on their team with that mindset of I'm going to give every ounce of my being on the floor at all times.
I just went the Band-Aid concession. 2:15 to play in the third quarter. Still a 32-25 Horton advantage. They'll swing it over to the left side. Cyclones to the basketball, looking to battle back. They've been looking to battle back all night. They've never led. Here's a shot from the outside, too long. Rebounded Percy. He backs in, strong play, good. There's what Percy does so well and collects his 14 points.
He goes to the baseline, gets the rebound, and 3 power dribbles. And I say power because he backed his way down and got an easy shot underneath the basket.
Minute 40 to go, third quarter, winding down. A shot from in the lane doesn't go in, but look at the hustle to come up with that rebound in the corner. Horton will maintain possession. Here's McAfee, 3, no. Rebound, saved again on top. Over to the left, Becker for a 3. Got it! The crowd roars with a minute 20 to go in the third. It is an 8-point Horton lead.
How about the hustle? Saving that there that time was Jack Allen for Horton to keep the initial possession alive, and that allowed for Gannon Becker to hit a monster three.
See, Jack has been the odd guy out today. He's the guy who's normally started but did not get the start because Coach went with a smaller, faster, more guard-oriented offense tonight. And now Jack coming in off the bench, bringing that senior leadership into the game. The only senior on the roster. Here's a baseline jump shot up, no good. And another Horton rebound. We're inside a minute to go in the third.
Riverside staying in man-to-man, and at some point, if it's not working, you got to change up a little bit from Coach Herbsterd. The foul's not really a factor. 2 on Riverside, only 1 on Horton. Maybe they switch up to more of a focus on the zone on the inside as Allen's going to continue to be a presence.
Standing in the center circle, Horton, Luke McAfee will take the pass. We're going to get timeout by Coach. Horton is going to be putting the ball in play at midcourt. Half a minute to go in the third quarter, leading at 35-27. A long shot they can take again, a double-digit lead. They've been up at one time by as many as 11. Been seeing that lead go all the way down to 1. Another pass out on top. McAfee behind the back. Oh, that's too bad. Again, Coach Losey can't believe it. Actually, I thought that was a fantastic, legit play, but that's not the call. Here comes Riverside.
Sure looks like it, Tom. That was a phenomenal move.
Now the ball's on the board. Gannon Becker's front court. The foul, I think, is on Heisel.
Yes. Harrington lost the handle of it, and you know when you're on the deck, Becker had the ball, and Harrington trying to get to the ball, but he just looked like it was a fumble, and he just tried to go to the back of Becker there.
Riverside head coach Herbster over there. I'll tell you what he's got also going for him, besides a great bunch of kids, a great assistant coach at Tim Orth. Long-time basketball coach, long-time AD. He's a distinguished guy sitting there over on the sideline and brings a lot of experience and a lot of insight to that bench. And now the shot for Horton goes up, doesn't go in, and we are through 3 quarters. Taking a break in Horton, Kansas. We're going to the fourth. One team moving on to the state tournament. After 3, it's Horton 35, Riverside 27. Differences between these two teams as we come back to play. Here as the fourth quarter is about ready to begin. For Horton, all of the scoring has been done by the starters, and they have shared and shared and shared. 9 points McAfee, 9 points Wishrop, 8 points Mascot, Becker with 5, Smith with 4. For Riverside, Percy Duncan carried and shouldered the weight, 14 points. Harrington was 7, 4 for Duncan, Todrick, and then Maddox Mears coming in at 2.
Yeah, Riverside, now they're going to have Todrick Duncan back in the game. He's got those 4 fouls, and he's a big difference maker on the team. Not from scoring as he throws up an errant shot. Not for scoring, but as we talked about, his facilitating ability.
And a difference maker coming up with that rebound. How about Substate basketball? Talked about him getting that start tonight, and he's been so strong, so good in the middle. We'll get a foul off the ball. And the official's saying, look, that was an illegal screen. He was coming around, and you cut him off. And that is going to be the first foul of the night on Ryder Davis. Really no fouls to speak of much in the second half. 1 second half foul by Horton, only 4 so far for Riverside.
Yeah, pretty clean game here in the second half. And, you know, if I'm Horton, to be honest with you, you got Todrick Duncan guarding Masclaw. I would just post up Dante on the block
Get
and
right
just keep beating him.
35-27. And at some point, Riverside's probably going to have to foul and put them on the line, but that's a little while away. Yet we're still got 7:15 to play and an 8-point game. Off the left block, backing in, twisting, leaning in, putting the shot up, doesn't go. Rebound tipped around, fought for, ripped free, and there's going to be a Horton foul on Becker. And that time, again, Todrick Duncan, 1 foul, 2 fouls, 4 fouls. He's going to play one way, and just like he did right there, he's not laying back. I mean, he is a play it hard and a good guy.
No doubt. I mean, Coach Herbster for Riverside talked about that with Todrick. He's their guy that they trust and the guy they need to run what they do, and that's the hustle on defense, that's communication, and that's facilitating offense. He's your dog down there on the low block trying to get those rebounds.
Here's a 3 on its way. Harrington comes up short, and the rebound to be lost. Out of bounds up the pick of this to Percy Duncan. Horton will have the ball back in play with just inside 7 minutes to go in the championship of the Substate.
Percy hasn't had an opportunity to shoot the basketball the last few possessions for Riverside. He's been, again, the motor. He's got 14 in the game for the Cyclones.
The feed to the left side. Becker tries to drive in. That was great defense by Harrington. Cut him off, did not allow him access down the lane. And so they'll put it out on top, playing up at the high post now. It's going to be Mascroft. He'll kick it over to the other postman, Caden Smith. They've got the twin towers in there. And a spinning shot into Luke McAfee. And he is the first Horton player to reach double figures.
And that was a great cut and a great find from the top of the key as McAfee, easy lay-in.
Not only does Luke have double figures, but Horton leads by double figures. As the baseline shot from the left side is going to go up and good. And Zane brings on the board. He'll get him back within 8.
Holy cow, he got Masqua to jump up. I don't know how he shot that over Masqua, but he found a way to do so, and it tickled the twine.
6 minutes to play. This one drop on his shoulder, and the defender drops back, and a power move by Caden Smith. He's got a half dozen.
Twin towers activate right now by these Horton Chargers.
5:50 to play in the game, and a cross-court pass stolen. Here comes Luke. McAfee stops, changes direction. McAfee 13 points. It's 41-29. Horton with his largest lead of the night. The shot in the middle is up, no good, but an offensive rebound and another foul by Gannon as he tries to steal it back.
And that's going to be his fourth, Tom. Here with 5:31 to go. Right now, if that foul doesn't happen, that rebound comes down to Horton, and they get out in transition. This game is getting away from Riverside. Because of that foul right there, got Riverside a chance to catch their breath. They're down 12, 5.5 to go. This is a really important possession right here.
Huge possession. They can't afford to let this one get away. They hate to see him have that kind of pressure on, but it's just the nature of the game at this point. Back to the left side, that's going to be Condrick. Feeds in the middle. The runner, pretty play, nice shot, and a good finish by Tyson Harrington.
Well, great feed right there, too, again. As Duncan, from the short corner, able to feed it through into the lane. Riverside hanging around. I think this is just as much of an important possession for Horton as that last one was for Riverside. They got to answer right here.
Still 5 minutes to go, 41-31. On the right side, Masqua. Dante skips it over to McAfee. He starts left, comes back. Doesn't play like a sophomore, does he?
No, he does not. He looks like a seasoned vet.
Masqua again on the right elbow. Oh, the backdoor! The assist. Big guys usually don't have that kind of floor vision.
Dante with the dime come.
Here's the shot in the middle. Won't go. Masqua goes upstairs and sweeps it away. Horton on court with the basketball. They're up a dozen. The hinge is coming off a little bit for Riverside, and we're going to get a timeout with Coach Herbster. Joseph taking a break. 4:17 to play in the guys' championship. Horton 45, Riverside 31. Fourth quarter's been a good one so far for Horton. They have outscored Riverside 10-4 in this fourth quarter. And Jake, I'm looking back at the score sheet, back to about 1:50 to go, and it is a 13-4 run.
Yeah, extended 13-4. You know, I told you in the timeout, I thought they had 46. It's hard for my angle here with this scoreboard. My eyes
got to
are
look
not
at both
good.
sides. You got to work both ends.
I got to get better eyes, Tom. I got to get like you.
Got to have that peripheral vision going. Big shot here coming up. Percy can't get it to fall. Offensive board underneath. Reverse layup.
Wow.
Oh, a big time play. Put up an in for Riverside. That belongs to Beckham Griffin, his first point tonight.
That was an amazing rebound and an even better score, that reverse lay-in. Now full-court pressure by the Cyclones.
They've got to do something to make something happen. Here's Caden Smith with it. Gets it into the forecourt on the pass. The feed down to the baseline left. The pass going to be batted free, stolen away. And on the up-court play, a Horton foul. The ball was taken away by Beckham Griffin. And we'll get a foul against the Chargers. It'll come in play in the backcourt. Riverside with the basketball, and right now, they're going to have a plan. Trailing by a dozen with 3.5 minutes to go. All order.
Nice turnover by Horton, but that's exactly the recipe the Cyclones needed to see.
The feed underneath. Percy kicks it back left side. Griffin comes out on top. Condrick. His pass across. Stolen by McAfee.
Wow.
And it stayed somehow in bounds.
It looked like he stepped on the first row of the bleachers, Tom, but he kept his balance and kept it in.
Driving down the right side. Behind the back. The pass over to Dante, who wanted the three, but Substate coach would not be happy with that. Gets it out on top. McAfee, he'll drive to the free throw line and then back it away. They're running some time. 3 minutes to go. The cut to the baseline between two defenders. The shot is up. The whistle, the foul. Free throws coming up here for Horton and Jackson Moment. So Jackson Moment coming to the free throw line. So far tonight, Jackson, no points on the board, looking for his first of the evening. It is airborne, hits the back of the rim and kicks away. He's going to get one more look at it. Still a 45-33 ball game. And 2:57 left. That huge Riverside crowd over there just looking for anything, one little thing to come up out of those chairs. Here's the free throw. In, out, and in. Moment will get one of the two, pushing his team back into it, 46-33.
That Moment right there got the friendly home court rim right there to get that one to drop. Yeah, yes, you mentioned Riverside fans have been quiet most of this fourth quarter, trying to get something to cheer for, down by 13.
Percy Duncan dumps it deep into the left corner. Now the feed to Todrick.
Oh, wow.
Get pass across. Beautiful pass to Butler and plus one. And again, how many assists must Percy have? I mean, it's got to be 6 or 8.
That's why he's got to stay on the floor if you're Coach Herbster. I swear that was Patrick Mahomes out there. He was looking at us, Tom, and found it down below on the baseline. Nice dish. And making the basket, heading to the line for an extra one is Beckham Griffin.
The foul is going to be the first of the ball game by Dante Mascroft. How about that? How does the big guy be out on the floor as much as he's been to pick up one foul, his first foul with 2.5 minutes to go in the game?
That's impressive for a big man to only have one foul.
Free throw, hits the back, no good. Long rebound, cleared away by Horton. Sweeping it down is going to be Caden Smith. And up the floor, body on the hardwood. We're going to have another foul. It's going to be again against Riverside. 2.5 minutes going. There's the deal. Tick-tock, man. We're down to 2.5 to go in an 11-point game.
Yeah, Harrington tried to draw the charge. Instead, he picks up the block. Not to the...
Oh, the inbound, the back door, the bucket by Cooper. He's got 11.
And Wishrom, Tom, he's really kind of the catalyst at the beginning of this game. Haven't heard from him much. That time a breakaway layup.
Here's a three, launched and missed, and a rebound, rolling. Butler, McAfee, how'd he pull it out of there? Like a rabbit out of the hand, he comes up with a basketball, wings it off on top, and it's 2 minutes to go. Horton's going to take the time, I think. Every time I think that, they put one up.
That was smart right there as McAfee had every opportunity to go for a basket. Horton ends up turning it over here on this possession, but that's the headiness. You know, it reminds you of Jarek McKinnon for the Chiefs. You know, in the Super Bowl, he slides to the 1 yard line instead of scoring a touchdown.
Coach Losey, he's got this team so well coached. They know to slide down at the 1. They know to burn some time off the clock. They lead by 13 with less than 2 minutes to go. They just got to protect the lead. Here's a three. Caught on the fly off the miss by McAfee. He'll get it up the floor to Becker. Gannon being chased across midcourt. Double teamed on the sideline. And there's the foul call.
Tom Horton's trying to go to the state tournament for the first time since the 2007-2008 season. It's been a dry spell for the Horton Chargers, and they're starting to smell it right now.
And Riverside over there, never been.
Right.
They got to the title game of the Substate a couple of years ago.
Yep.
But still looking to make that first trip. At the free throw line, Gannon Becker. The shot. Yes. First free throw of the night for Gannon. He knocks it in. He's got half a dozen.
Man, Becker does so much other than things that show up in the score column.
Minute 44 to play. Gannon's second free throw hits the rim and falls in. And when that happens, we're winning game. It's straight up off the back, straight down through a 15-point Horton lead in a minute 40 to go. Over to the left side. Comes out on top to Percy. All alone from the right side. The three off the mark. Rebounded off the full. Caden Smith. Here comes Horton. They're just looking to run it out. Over to the left side. Dante. Look at the big guy dribble behind the back. A little behind the back crossover. Nice. The drive to the baseline. And the layup is going to be waved off. There's a foul first.
That is a big man with hands, Tom. Holy cow. Dante Mascroft. So showing off there with the handles for the big fella down low.
with a minute 17 to go in the game. Back to the free throw line comes Horton, leading by 15, and somebody's warming up the bus from Manhattan.
They're starting to feel it. This crowd's starting to feel it. That student section's starting to feel it. Coach Losey on the sideline starting to feel it. Just the next 75 seconds couldn't go quick enough.
And the first free throw, again, one of those, you couldn't miss it if you tried because it rattles around, bounces in the rim, kicks out, and then still rolls in. Second shot coming up for Luke. Well, he's got 16 points. Second shot does not go down. Percy clears the rebound away. 51-35. And a minute 10 to go. For Horton, you just lay back, set up in that zone, say if you want to take a three, go ahead. They do, it doesn't. And a rebound, McAfee. Double team down to the baseline. The ball batted around, saved by Riverside, and then they'll lose it out of play.
Yeah, again, they're still trying to hustle at this point. You know, just leave everything on the court, right, Tom? That's what we thought. But these kids, you're seeing that from Riverside right now, down by 16, still battling.
Tell you who's leaving it on the court. Ryder Davis, man, he's banged up.
He is.
Now they're going to bring it back to Riverside.
Wow.
That's a trick. 50 seconds to go. A three. Still won't go in. And the rebound caroms over the top of the backboard, out of bounds. It will be for sure Horton basketball this time.
Yeah, there's no question about this time. Full court pressure still here by Riverside.
So when you sneak somebody down the court like that. The ball comes in deep in the backcourt, and the double team in the corner results in a foul and another trip to the back end of the court where Gannon Becker, who hit two a moment ago, is going to come up there for another pair of free throws.
You know, down 16, at what point do you not foul? At what point, you know, it's that fine line, right, of like wanting to continue to compete, but also realizing what's at hand right now. And we got some perspiration on the floor, and they had to use Coach Losey's towel.
Knock that. No, he's not giving that up. Here we go with the 48 seconds to play. Coming to the free throw line, here's Gannon. It's in. Gannon Becker pushes the score now to 52-35. You know how you know when Riverside has decided that that's it? See the guys in the warm-up? When they head to the scores table. And you like to see them get in there at least a minute or two. They can tell everybody, hey, got in that Substate title game,
That's right.
That means a lot. Here's a long three. They practiced hard all year. They worked hard. They need a minute.
Exactly.
Shot's going to be off the mark by Percy. The rebound out of bounds. Horton basketball. Half a minute to play. The Horton crowd slowly, a few at a time, coming to their feet.
Coming to their feet, Tom. We got to be able to still see ourselves. We got to get to our feet. Run out opportunity.
We're going to weave and look, and there's a shot. Oh, yeah. How good a shot was that by Caden Smith? The three on the other end, off the rim, tries no good, and Caden rebounds it down, doubled up in the backcourt, gets fouled.
That was a line sit situation for Horton in the inbound, and they sent Smith on that release that you talked about earlier, and an easy layup.
Coach Losey emptying the bench.
You're seeing that he wants his kids, their final home game here this year, he wants them to get that warm ovation from this crowd. You know,
here's what I like to do. I like to take those starters down and let them get a little that long.
Right.
Stepping to the line, Caden Smith. You know, the big guy hadn't had a free throw tonight, but he makes it look easy.
And there go the starters for Horton out of the game. Everybody but Caden Smith. Pretty warm ovation for those players.
It's now 56-35, a 21-point game with 19 seconds left.
Horton really down the stretch of this game, Tom. Just grabbed control and wouldn't release.
He gets them both. Game 12 points tonight. And up forward with the Riverside. If they're going to just hold it up, they are. And that's going to do it. Final score tonight here in Horton, Kansas. It's going to be Horton 57, Riverside 35. And we'll be back to summarize it for you right after this.
The seventh, the game ball's thrown up and almost hit a light. That would not have been very good if it did. I think he was trying to get it out to the crowd, but 57-35. The Chargers are going to state, baby. We'll be right back after this to talk about the recap of this game. And if you're a Cobra fan at home, well, tune right into the Cobra game because we're going to have that right after this. We'll talk a little bit, though, about this game and what the Chargers can do to make some noise in state basketball. Final score, 57-35. The Chargers are moving on. We'll be right back after this.
It's frustrating continually losing your connection from room to room in your house. Well, it's time to switch now and ask for the simple, easy, and powerful solution from Giant Communications. The new home managed Wi-Fi service gives you freedom for all your devices with an uninterrupted connection that spans from your bedroom all the way to your backyard. That's right, Giant's managed Wi-Fi is connectivity for your home at the tap of a button. Learn more online at giantcomm.net. It's time for you to take the simple, easy, and powerful route for home managed Wi-Fi from Giant Communications.
Well, for all you shutterbugs, here's your photo op as the Horton Charger team out in center court, standing on the logo. Coach Losey going to come out and join them, as the Horton Chargers are the champions of the Class 2A Horton Substate, and they win it here tonight, 57-35. And I tell you what, Jake, in the fourth quarter, when Horton needed to make a stand and keep Riverside at arm's length, they didn't just make a stand; they outscored them 22-8.
They just, again, they knew this game was at hand. They grabbed it, and they did not relinquish any opportunity in that fourth quarter. Dominant from down low. It started with Dante Masqua to begin that fourth quarter, and it ended with free throws down the stretch. Gannon Becker, Luke McAfee, Caden Smith, all from the free throw line. This team from Horton, you felt that energy when you walked into the building today, and they're going to be going back to the state tournament for the first time in 15 years.
Riverside was led in scoring tonight by Percy Duncan, 14. Tynesdale Harrington had 9, 4 apiece for Beckham Griffin and Tondrick Duncan, Zane Briggs, and Maddox Mears each with 2. For Horton, how about Luke McAfee? The sophomore gets a start, responds with a 16-point game. Caden Smith, 12, 11 for Cooper Wishrop, 8 each for Dante Masqua and Gannon Becker. And coming off the bench, Jackson Bowman on the board.
Phenomenal night, honestly. You know, Riverside, you have Percy Duncan, who played well. He did what he does best. He doesn't pick up, and then Tondrick Duncan, his brother, the lone senior on this roster for Riverside? No, he got Zane Briggs, Jonathan Babineau, and then Tondrick Duncan. But Duncan picked up those 4 fouls, Tom. When he picked up that 4th foul, it was kind of at a really close juncture of this game. Had to sit the majority of the third quarter. Kind of took the flow out from Riverside when they were trying to get into this game. And, Riverside, a great year in the Big 7, a great year upsetting JCN in this tournament earlier this week, finding themselves in this title game. But as you mentioned earlier, made it to the title game before. Just another year where they fall just 1 game shy.
Is that a fan of yours?
No.
Okay, should be. Hey, Riverside ends the year at 8-15. Horton advances to 15-8, moving on to the state tournament. We're going to take a quick break, get a little paperwork ready because we got more great hoops coming your way. Just about 14 minutes from now, it is the Women's Championship of the 2A Substate here in Horton, as it'll be Jackson Heights and Riverside. Again, the final score in the opener, Horton 57, Riverside 35. We're going to be back shortly, but right now, we're kicking it back and putting you in the very capable hands of Joseph at the Care Sports Studio.
Thanks for listening to local high school basketball on Care Radio 93.7 and to the Giant Communications postgame show. Giant Communications, the fastest, most reliable network in Northeast Kansas. Find out how you can switch at giantcomm.net. Special thanks to our title sponsor, Peru State College. Find them online at peru.edu. Peru State, Nebraska's first college. Transformative education designed for you. This has been an MSC Sports production.